For those of you listening in on the radio app, we've just hit live on the social media pages. So let's let this go ahead and get out there to the ethernet and publish. To those of you on the internet of things, as you're coming in, we've already hit start on the CSHR app. We're live now here. What's up, people? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's Monday. It's time for some unholy tea. I'm gonna keep it a $1.50. I really don't have a planned subject matter for tonight, so this is kind of one of them times where we just gonna dive in and see what happens. We're gonna go ahead and give it some time to breathe, some time to hit the internet and publish. Let me go ahead and check the radio side of things. Radio side streaming fine. Let me go ahead and jump right here on Facebook land and check the Facebook side of things. See how we sounding. If my big thumbs can type. There we go. Got these big thumbs having trouble typing. Whoa. These big thumbs having trouble typing. All right. So, Bob, we got sound on the social media side. That's all I need to see. I don't know what that static hum is we hear in the background, and I'm not going to worry about it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Monday. Some unholy tea time. So, like I said, starting this out, I don't have a subject matter for today. I'm gonna keep it a $1.50 with y'all. I'm tired. I really didn't have the energy to mix a Groove London set this morning, and I feel like half of my set sounded like a train wreck. But last time we was here, played some videos, and I gave kind of a little bit of an introduction to time bending. And what I wanted to do was spend a little bit of time and space real quick, actually talking to y'all about what time bending means and what I'm hinting at when I say it. So, first off, when I say time bending, that's actually a really complicated term. It sounds easy, but when you say time bending, it activates these conundrums in people. Most people believe time is linear. Hold on, let me grab a water real quick. Most people view time as this kind of linear progression of things. They view it as this beginning and end type deal. Your life begins when you're born, it ends when you die. Or does it? See, once certain base awarenesses take room in your mind, things like time begin to shift perception wise. Once you get in touch with that life force, that force that animates your body through the years of abuse that being a human puts on your body, you get this comprehension that creeps in. This perception that you always have existed and you always will exist. Hear me out here. Hear me out here. We got sciences that talk about things like reincarnation, past life memories, but us as a species, we don't really seem to hold them ideas dear. It's almost like we hear about them and we take them as just some form of like entertainment. We don't really comprehend an existence outside of your current state of being. So when we talk about time bending, we got to dial it in. Got to dial it in for you. Let me give you an example of time bending. Certain situations have always triggered you. You always end up in a fight or flight response off of these situations. Let's hypothetically say most of the times you chose to fight. You could call it time bending when you start learning to recognize them situations in real time and turn that fight trigger off. Turn that flight or fight trigger off in real time and watch how them situations start becoming different experiences. That's a form of time bending. What's up, my guy Hoey? I see our regular Hoey is right here in the comments watching along with us. 21 grams the weight difference after death. Isn't that the weight of a soul? That right there, my friend, is a slippery slope. Now, I personally am not going to be the person that's going to say, oh, yes, the soul weighs 21 grams. And I will tell you why. Most people are unable to even perceive of that life force. Most people cannot separate their physical avatar from said life force. So, in that aspect, I don't want to confuse people. I don't want to give you an exact weight and tell you your soul weighs that because currently we don't have any instrument able to quantify the soul. There's no measurement currently available to quantify that spark that animates life within us. Think about it. If that was the case, death would not be an issue. Think about it. There's a way right now to measure the voltage coming through my house. There's a way for me to measure and regulate the electrical current coming through these sockets so that my equipment doesn't overload. If we had that capability to quantify and measure our life force, physical illness and death would be null and void. Or would it? Ooh, see, this is why we call this the unholy tea. Because there's a lot of people that when they have these discussions, they would say, oh, yes, that's right. If we could quantify the life force, we would live forever. But then they forget a part of what makes up this realm, these carbon bodies. And everybody knows that carbon decays. So even if we could quantify and measure the soul, we would need a way to transport it beyond carbon. Hoey again in the comments. The right frequencies, in theory, can heal. Oh, yes, they can. The right frequencies, not in theory, but in practice, can do more than heal. They can rejuvenate. They can rejuvenate. I want you to think about this. I really want you to think about this real quick. Oh, what's up, Jax?
Hey, hey, hey.
Any form of meditation, whether you're listening to an audio playback whether you're listening to something, a vocal track, there is a cadence to that track. That cadence has a frequency. So it's not just theory that frequencies can heal. What's up, Jax?
Figured I'd pop in, say hi.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
I was gonna watch from the comments originally.
Oh, well, feel free to jump on in. Feel free to jump in. So far, it seems it's me, you, and Hoey in here.
Oh, we got a second one. Who's hanging out?
Mhm.
What are we talking about?
So, right now, I mean, me and Hoey have kind of just been talking about. I started with the subject of time bending, and I kind of answered Hoey. Hoey's last comment was that the right frequencies in theory can heal, and I say it's a bit beyond theory. I say it's in practice on that one. But
Oh,
we kind of
100% in practice.
run that back.
I said it's 100% in practice already, and proven to work.
Yeah. Stories about them Tibet monks that go deep off in meditation and do superhuman things. But let's get back to this narrow in on what time bending is. See, time bending, it's not something that's super specific. So it's not like being like, all right, I'm going to learn to check my anger meter. This situation made me angry because time bending spans. Time bending involves doing things like bringing the past and present to one moment. I said that backwards. I meant to say the past and future into the present, but it came out wrong. What's up, Lee? Lee Houston pops in our comments and said, I needs this tonight. Well, I'm glad. That we're here bringing you what you need for this night. So, why do we call it time bending? Well, time bending is the loose term that kind of applies to all this because all of it resides in time. Time is a factor in all of this. In them situations that will continually trigger you, you don't realize this, but you're time bending in a counterproductive way that way. When you enter them trigger modes and you're in fight or flight, that's time bending backwards because you're going backwards in time. Every time your fight or flight gets triggered, it's triggered from the memory of something that happened in a past time. So every time that you go into fight or flight mode, you time bend with no awareness because you react from the past.
Makes sense, I guess, in a way. But how would that be time bending and not so much as, like just having residual effect from a past life or being able to tap into that section of your soul?
It's time bending when you're able to start recognizing it and utilizing it. So, example, that fight or flight moment, right? A lot of people, when they hit that fight or flight moment, it ends up being a destructive moment. And they keep repeating that cycle of fight or flight moments because they keep choosing a destructive choice. So when you learn how to recognize it and take active control of it and steer it another way, you're bending time. Because instead of going through that same broken loop, you decide to take that time, branch it a different way, and create a new loop with a new desired outcome in effect. So it's kind of like being a potter with time.
Hmm. I don't know if I understand fully.
Okay. So, um,
Just to me, when I think time bending, I think actually being able to like slow down time and make that minute last maybe just a little bit longer, like being able to stretch it out.
that's that is one way that you can time bend. There's different levels of time bending. So I'll give you a great example. As a DJ, when a DJ is lost in the mix, they are bending time like no other. Think about this, right? When a DJ is mixing tracks, them tracks are at varying speeds. A DJ makes the edits, it makes the adjustments with their equipment to them tracks, to where them tracks now occupy the same space in a beat. That's bending time. When a DJ is mixing, I swear to you, personal experience, a DJ will be lost in the mix and be like, okay, I done blew through 20 songs. Holy crap, it's only been 23 minutes. I've mixed 23 songs in 20 minutes. Where did time go? Hoey
No,
pops in with
and
a
I get that, but I'm just saying when he was talking about the fight or flight, he was more or less what I felt Max was describing was emotional control, the ability to be like, oh, you know what? I'm actually not going to get mad at this. That's just emotional control.
emotional control, time bending, same thing. I just prefer to use time bending because time bending sounds epically cooler.
Okay, fair. That's where my issue was coming from. That's the only reason I said I'm like didn't
So look,
understand what you were trying to get at.
we know I got kind of this raw gutterish manner, right? So if I say emotional control, I sound like a huggy Care Bear. If I say time bending, it's got kind of that grit and edge to it to make you kind of catch your attention. It's all about how you frame your words. So Hoey popped back in with a comment for us, and he said, "Or like when you're falling, time seems to stand still long enough for that old frick moment. You know, I've only fell short distances. I've never fell. Well, I did fall out of a second story window, but I was very drunk, so I don't remember it. But I'm sure so. We've got Lee Houston. I've been shocked and surprised more than once living out moments I dreamed about decades ago. Yes, yes, it happens to all of us. Or at least the hope is that it happens to us. The hope is that you start living your dreams. If you dreamed it, you live it. That's the hope. That's the hope. That's why dreams are important. So I say dream big. But time bending, it's not a small little box. It's actually a rather large niche because you can time bend in many, many, many ways. No, Hoey, it is not manifestation or premonition. All right, so let me give this to y'all. In today's love and light culture, in today's whitewashing culture. Now, when I say whitewashing, let me give some general disclaimers. I'm not talking about skin color. I'm not. We're not talking about skin color at all. We're talking about using this knowledge, but we're talking about those type of people who are really polarized with it. So they've got this view that there's only good. There can only be good. Evil is bad. Darkness is bad. In today's times, a lot of what we see about manifestation comes from people with that mindset. And with that mindset, you'll never truly manifest. It's actually rather interesting because the Gnostic story of Sophia kind of it gives us a view on partial manifestation of not having a balance. If you're not familiar with the story, hold on. We're going to turn it up, gas it down, and run through this real quick for you. So, in the aeons, there's this being, Sophia Pistis. She decides she wants to create, but she creates without her energetic counterpart. So, she creates from a partial place, not a full creation. What comes out is deformed, it's misshapen, it's ugly, and it's ignorant. It gets hidden in darkness because it's not a perfect creation. And from its place, it thinks that it is the most high God. That being in the Gnostic text is called Yaldabaoth. You should go read about it. When you read that story, terms like light washing will start to sink in a little bit more because you start realizing in order to have the desirable, you got to have the undesirable. In order to have heavy, you got to have light. In order to have dark, you got to have light. In order to have positive, you have to have negative. That is the name of the realm we are in. Duality, choice. And with choice comes repercussion. Now, as for premonition, I think that premonition is a vastly misused word. I think a better word for premonition is claircognate. There's a lot of clear words. You have clairaudience, claircognizance, and that means basically the ability to hear beyond the range of your physical senses. So imagine being able to hear a dog whistle. If you could hear a dog whistle, you would understand what it's like to be claircognate. I told y'all I ain't have no idea what I was doing today. I made it 22 minutes so far. Oh, I halfway expect Harsh to pop in. Which, speaking of Harsh, for those of y'all listening, make sure y'all tune in tomorrow night on CSHR Radio because while Max is at work, Harsh evidently is going to get online and talk about hybrids and clones. Oh my. I went to say lions, tigers, and bears on mine. I couldn't think of a third thing real quick. Anyways, so let's get to some unholy tea. How's your week been, Jax?
Oh, my week's been long, and it's only just started.
Oh yeah, mine. It was a long week. Working and then going out after work for my birthday, and then going to work the next morning. Epically did not go well. I mean, I think my routes went well, but I was dog crap tired.
Oh, frick. I feel that. That was like because I had to spend all Saturday in an air brakes course because I'm trying to better myself and move forward. And I also really like hybrids and clones, so I'm a little bit stoned off of my hybrid doobie. I'm right there with you, Howie.
I'm right there with you. So Lee, what you say, Lee? Like the there is no good, only absence of bad, or there is no dark, only absence of light theory, or more like the equals cancel, yin and yang. I'm not trying to stir y'all, but understand better. No, you're great, bud. This is exactly what I want this space to be, is for us to ask questions. So let me really kind of chew my words just a moment on this one. Lee, give me just a moment to really dial in my words to answer you. And
And
I
happy
see you said
belated.
yesterday, happy belated birthday, Lee. Mine was Thursday. It is Gemini season, baby. Gemini's check them in,
No.
throw their horns up. So
Okay.
when people say that there is no good, only absence of bad, there is no dark, absence of light, a lot of times that conversation tends to derail because so many people are stuck in duality. I want to give y'all something. And this one I'm going to give y'all today for free 99. When I first started diving into all this, I was one of them people that like would run the minute meal. Like, but how is there no good, only absence of bad? And how? And then one day it just like really smacked me across the face. I was out watching, it was a sunrise. So going from the night to the daytime. And I just like had this thought. And it was really this thought of, holy crap, we only see daytime because of the atmosphere of this realm. If we really exited the atmosphere and we were with the astronomical bodies, what would the vacuum of space be like? Or whatever they call the vacuum of space. We're going to examine that down the line. This was, I'm giving you the first steps in the thought process. These were some of the first steps in this thought process. Like, oh, what would the sky look like from the vacuum of space, from the void? Now, when I say the void, I got to backtrack real quick for y'all. Remember, I'm the son of a preacher. So I've heard these religious texts up, down, sideways, forward, backwards, right? For me, I that in the creation story, it says that the Spirit of the Lord moved over the waters of the deep. So in this same time period, I was going through these conundrums in my mind because I had this realization. Now, this is about to sound trippy, but let's go. At the same time, I was asking myself this question. I was thinking about things like the story of the flood and how the whole earth was destroyed by a flood, and recalled that passage and started asking myself, well, if in the beginning there was water, that means that there was creatures and life forms in the water. So if the earth got flooded, where did them life forms go? Because the waters, if there was creatures in the water, adding more water just gave the creatures more home. See, Lee, I like that. You're absolutely right. Separated the waters from the waters. Now that was a sticky one, and it took me some going down this line to really grasp that. To really kind of grasp that he was talking about like this H2O water and Jackie soup water.
My primordial soup.
Now, I'm gonna give y'all this for free 99 because Lee, you popped it up. For a long time, I kind of was like, okay, how do you separate water from water?
Salt, salinity.
So, I'm gonna give y'all a code breaker for what this, primordial soup water is. That's almost like a train horn. Bingo, I like that. I like when horns and stuff hit when I be doing this. Let's call this energy that's in a constant state of flux before it is dematerialized and stepped down into a solid matter. So remember, we brought this up. Double slit experiments. Particles exist simultaneously. Observation brings it into being, right? So that means that there's got to be a place where all of this energy is before it's being observed, where it's in a constant state of flux. Every possibility is open in that material at once. That's the free 99 stuff. Down the line, we'll kind of expand on them concepts a lot more. Not a little bit, a lot more. So, Lee, what are you doing for your birthday, my guy? Without shape and without form. You know, that's a sticky comment right there, Lee. Boy, if you brought that comment up in the middle of a flat earth, globe earth debate, ooh, I would love to see the ramifications of that.
I actually watched a really, really good flat earther versus scientist debate. And they were able to find some middle ground between the two of them.
I've said it 100 times. It'd be, what if flat earth and round earth are just polarized points of view?
Perception.
So hold on. Since I'm on here and I actually can do this, hold on. Hold on. I didn't even find that link. All right, bingo. All right, hold on. Where's what I'm looking for? Oh, that's not it. Bingo. All right, let's get trippy a little bit. Let's do like this first. Boom. So let's look at something. This is actually rather interesting. I came across this a while ago and it was like, oh, hold on here. So let's look at a carbon atom real quick. So let's zoom in on this, right? We got wheels and wheels and wheels, worlds and worlds and worlds, right? So now watch this. We're going to zoom in on this point right here. Now, hold on though. Watch this. Hold on. All right, hold on. This is where it gets kind of trippy and hard. We're going to do our best as we're zooming in here to line these dots up. Uh-oh. Hold on, we getting it. So, oh crap. I'm pointing at the screen like you can see my finger. Watch how, as we zoom in and out, notice how there seems to be these lines, like they're going straight up and down. Zoomed all the way out, looking out. Almost like you're going like down a tunnel down the middle of all them circles. Now let's zoom it back out and flip it around and play with it some. Whoa. There it goes. See how like when we going like that, you can kind of see that line that wants to keep moving in as small as crabs. Boom. Come on, stay. Bingo. Right there we go. right there. See that line that comes all the way through? Oh, whoa. I hit the wrong one. There it goes. So, playing with that image, right? Let's imagine that that line was a whole lot of energetic points within each world that are all synced up. Kind of trippy. You have a 68, bruh. I envy you. You got an old school for real.
68 what though?
Lee, what year? What you got a 68? What? Kind of. The multiverse is going to be another term that down the line we're going to kind of come back and put under the microscope because pretty much most of the material you find out here when it talks about the multiverse, it keeps trying to tell you that it's somewhere out there. It's somewhere over there. And I think that they may be wrong with that. I think the multiverse is right here, right on top of where we're standing. So peep it out, right? Remember in that little picture I was just showing y'all.
Yeah.
Hold on. A Dodge Dart, one's a GT, and the other is a 68 postcar. They made darts back in 68?
Yep.
Oh wow.
They were
I
actually
did.
more muscle cary that back then, not much like now they're the weird sedan. You know, kind of lost all
See,
their glory.
even Max learns something every day because I did. I just thought that the Dodge Dart was a newer model. I didn't know that they made 68. Wow. Nice. But on that picture, it was circles within circles within circles. Take that same concept and apply it to dimensions and realms, all existing in the same spot, superposed over each other, separated by energetic frequencies. Uh oh. Uh oh. Now, that line of logic, you can get down some slippery slopes. You can start talking about human DNA, so called junk DNA. Them are some slopes that, if you're still biting your teeth on these subjects, I don't recommend trying it. And I missed the trash can.
How did you manage to miss it? You couldn't have missed it.
Because I tried to like kind of toss it in around the door. I tried to loop de loo the door because the door's in front of it. Oh, 22 more minutes. Ugh.
Got to work on that time bending ability.
Yeah. That wasn't time bending. That was trying to bend physics around the door right there.
I was talking about your 22 minutes left.
Oh, yeah. That's only because I'm dead tired. So everything is taking long. I'm dead tired. Lee, you just actually said the magic key. You're absolutely right. You only wrap your mind around so much. And once you kind of really accept that, it's wild how you open yourself up to communication from the universe. Uh, a couple of us ain't no spring chickens. I'm starting to feel, yeah. Being close to 40, you wake up feeling it some days like, holy crap. But yeah, y'all, this for free 99. So recently, I was drifted off and I went off in a meditation session. Now, for me, meditation isn't about listening to a specific type of music. It's not about sitting cross legged with my fingers twisted up going home. That's not meditation. For real, for me, meditation is really a form of self hypnosis. Depending on my environment, I may put something in my ears to kind of help me zone in and focus. But for me, meditation is more about diving deep within my being. So, learning to shut down my mind, I shouldn't say shut it down, keeping my mind active and aware, but letting go of control, while at the same time tricking my body into REM cycles. For lack of better words, for me, meditation is putting myself in a state where I have my body in a sleep cycle while my mind is fully aware and cognizant. Now, once I get into that mode, oh, that's when it gets interesting. That's when me and the universe take journeys. So, in this meditation session, I'm outside and it's bright and the sun is beaming. I'm talking about like beaming to where I'm like, woo, it's hot out. And then I find myself lifting up out of my body, going up, going up. And I remember as I'm going up, I'm thinking to myself, like, oh crap, I'm going to fly into the sun. Oh crap, I'm going to burn up. And then I'm there. I'm looking at the sun, but the view I've got rather shocked me. And it actually took me a few days to really process like what's happening. But as I'm looking at the sun, I'm just like, holy crap, nobody's ever gonna believe what I'm seeing. And I'm seeing that the sun isn't this glowing orb that we're thinking it is. I'm seeing that the sun is really a tear. Now,
Here.
when I say a tear, this is about to get trippy. Because as I was having this realization, tarot cards start flashing past me. So it made me really stop and think. And I'm like, all right, tarot cards and astrology. The sun kind of stands for all of our desires and manifestations. Each individual person, so everybody collectively, the sun is really all of our passion, desires, manifestations. It's all of that energy collectively. Really sit back and think about this. Should be like, so imagine, just imagine, right? Now we was talking about all these that we was talking, show that picture. Worlds superimposed over worlds. So imagine that the sun is all of the energy from that big one circle that all the other circles are within. You know how when we was just looking at that picture, you could see that pathway of light that goes through?
Yeah.
Imagine that pathway, that let's call it a portal. Imagine the energy from all that passion, all them desires collectively beaming through that portal. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What?
Max might have said too much because I started hearing an echo on my end. And it's not picking up on nothing else because I've got the phone right here with the earbud in double checking.
Oh, I didn't hear no echo.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the feedback. For whatever reason, it's just echoing on my end, which is odd because it's not coming through the computer or nothing, but whatever.
Lee sent a blank message.
See, look. Uh-oh. Lee, we can't read blank messages. I ain't got no invisible marker yet. Look, Tech Gremlins is playing right now. I want to know how we.
They don't like you talking about it.
I want to know. Did he send 20 stars? Oh no, if Lee sent 20 stars, that's the first time on Facebook I got stars.
He sent 20 stars.
That's the first time. Oh no. I'm about to go look. I got to go look. Oh no. Because I ain't never in my life on Facebook seen no stars.
I've seen them, but I haven't.
I mean, I've seen other people get them, but I ain't seen them myself. So it's on CSHR radio, so I got to log on that page real quick. Oh, I want to know what you're seeing, bud, because I can't even see it. Oh, yeah, we did. Oh, thank you, Lee. Thank you. Thank you for the stars, Lee. We do appreciate it. Lee, you the first person on Facebook that sent any stars our way. Or at least
we
my way.
appreciate it.
We appreciate it. And I say we, not just for me, but I'm sure when Scott and Harsh come back to the channel and they see that, they're going to be excited and happy about it too. So thank you, Lee, from all of us. Oh, we didn't hit our first episode on CSHR radio with some stars. So that was kind of a quick dive into time bending. Time bending, like I said, it can be a deep subject. It can be simple, it can be deep. Oh, well, we got 220 stars. Well, thank you, bud. That is awesome. I gotta go look on here more and look how that. I don't know if Scott's got the fan mode stuff activated on the page. I'll have to check and find out more. I kind of got to check more on how the settings go. But thank you. All of us, we really do thank you for that. If anybody else wants to be like Lee, please feel free on all of our shows. We love stars. We love them. Speaking of shows, y'all know already, I'm horrible with these ads. I don't know Scott's schedule, but I do know Bob Sanchez's ad, partway. If you in Louisiana, y'all know where he at. Go give Bob Sanchez a holler and tell him Scott sent you.
Corner shop.
I got enough trouble remembering what store I want to go to, so I'm not going to try to remember streets of Louisiana. Oh my goodness. So next week on the Unholy Tea, it's time for another artist interview. Yeah. Should I give y'all a preview of who we looking for that? I think we just might. All
right, let's hear it.
Not hear it. I gotta find the picture. Boop, boop, boop. Present. Ish. Tune in next week with us. My man Hot Pixel is coming over to the lab. My man Hot Pixel is coming over to sit down at the lab with me, and we're going to have a great sit down and learn about a rising producer from right here in Toledo, Ohio, that is definitely making one heck of a splash as a producer and a DJ on the electronic music scene. I assure y'all, that next week's Unholy Tea is one you're definitely gonna want to catch. A great bud, and definitely one of my more favorite artists to listen to, and not just because he's my bud, but his music is awesome. You want to go ahead and get a taste of it, feel free to look him up on any platform. HOTPXL. Lee said, "Don't ever try to be like me. I am a brain damaged. I don't even know how to
A drain bramage curmudgeon.
challenge others to donate and send stars." Y'all heard Lee. He said, "Don't let him be the only one sending stars on Facebook." He said he better not find out y'all out here sending stars to other podcasts. He gonna send the tech goonies to come get you. Don't let us find out. If you watching CSHR radio, we better not find you sending stars nowhere else.
I mean, if you're sending us stars and them stars, we won't be mad.
We
But
won't
don't
be.
be sending them stars and not sending us stars.
We like stars too over here at CSHR radio.
Share the love.
But like I said, we really didn't have a plan for today, so we winged it. Next week we definitely have a plan. Oh, I'm the man with the plan for next week. I'm actually excited because I'm glad that it worked out that artist interviews are the first Monday of every month, because I'm honestly not going to have the fortitude to wing it next week. I'm going to be dead tired.
Oh, I feel that. I feel
Wisconsin,
that.
Toledo, Ohio to Wisconsin, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and back in one day is about to be one awesome journey. I'm about to have fun with this one.
Have fun.
Oh, I am. And my set is grind proof. I went through and made sure all my beat grids is edited and my cue points ready. We are not playing that. I'm not too worried about it though, because I can still mix even without it, but still. Well, thank you, Lee. Thank you for saying you'll be letting us know that we did well with this one. Not sure exactly where Harsh is. Y'all know Scott is not feeling well, so Scott obviously took tonight to get him some rest. You know, Scott will be right back in rotation as soon as he bounces back and starts feeling better. My phone be tweaking.
I mean, I'm curious about that too, Lee. Lee says, my curiosity is how much am I messing up the other dimensions with my performance here?
Oh, well. Being that we're at the end of it, I can only touch this lightly, but what if we're not messing up the other dimensions? So when you read the various texts, and when I say various texts, I really do mean various. From all the walks of religion to like diving into the Hindu texts and all of this, there's kind of a reoccurring theme, and it's actually really wild. There's something called the Bhava chakra. Now, on this wheel of life, it shows different stations of existence, but the one that seems to hold the prize is the human realm. And it's said that the human realm is the realm that has the ability to control all of the realms. So maybe it's not so much as we're messing up other dimensions, but other dimensions maybe filter in and kind of set back our potential here in the human realm. Just some food for thought. Just a little bit of tea for you. Just a little bit. That is definitely a subject that down the line we're going to come back and examine more.
Be interesting. Kind of excited to hear about it. Not gonna lie.
I'm gonna pop up a picture of the Baba Chakra real quick before we pop up out of here. Oh no, I gotta get it up. Open image in new tab. No, that was a crappy image of it. No, I don't want it on Amazon.
Are you sure?
Click to enlarge. There we go. Open image in new tab. There we go. So before we go, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all see this Baba Chakra real quick. So if you look, all of the realms are like really kind of trippyish looking. This is a rather generic looking one, but let's see if we can find a little bit of a better iconography real quick. At one point in time, I used to have a really, really cool one saved, and I don't know what here.
Alrighty. Well, you have a good night there, Max. I'm gonna dip quick. There, I got a call coming in.
Oh yeah, we about at that time. Thank you for joining us, Miss Jackie, and we will catch
Sorry.
y'all. Oh, you're good. Oh, oop. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Definitely hold on to that one, Lee. And we've made it to 57 minutes. We've winged it well. We've made it through another Unholy Tea. Y'all know where to find us. Right here on CSHR Radio. Same time, same place next week. Don't go nowhere. Young got no money back calling me splurge. Y'all can jump right out the curb. Bet this rap fly like a bird. Spin on the first and the third.